This week's topic is that gaping hole in your heart and what to do about it. When we say Shema each morning, every single day, the first thing we do is say Shema Yisrael Hashem Elokeinu Hashem Echad. We proclaim Hashem's unity and we are re-accepting Hashem's kingship over ourselves. After that, we say V'ahavta es Hashem lekecha b'chol levavcha u'b'chol nafshcha u'b'chol ma'idecha. You should love Hashem with all of your soul, with all of your heart, and with all of your ma'idech, with all of your ma'od. So Rashi brings down a Gemara Brachas on B'chol Levavcha, that the Gemara Brachas says that a person is supposed to serve HaKadosh Baruch Hu with both of his Yetzers, with his Yetzer Tov and his Yetzer Hara. Now I think we could all understand how you serve HaKadosh Baruch Hu with your Yetzer Tov, but the question is, what does it mean to serve HaKadosh Baruch Hu with your Yetzer Hara? How do you use your Yetzer Hara to serve HaKadosh Baruch Hu? In addition, what does it mean, v'chol ma'idecha, with all of your ma'id? Now I understand this is very commonly translated as money, that you should love Hashem with all of your resources, with all of your money, but what does it actually mean, v'chol ma'idecha? So I saw it brought down from the Chavetz Chaim, that what does v'chol ma'idecha mean? V'chol ma'idecha, says the Chavetz Chaim, means to serve Hashem with whatever it is that matters most to you. Very often the number one thing that a person has his mind on, the number one thing that a person cares about is money, which is why so often it is translated as money. However, in reality, it could be anything, whatever it is that's most important to you. As we go through life, sometimes we see that there are things that we have to give up on. And every single person has different things. For one person, it might be a relationship, a boyfriend, a girlfriend. Another person is giving up on secular music, movies, TV. It could be social media, an item of clothing, where you go, what you do. But as you go through life and as we grow, we realize that there's certain things that we have to give up, that we have to stop doing or stop using. It's not unusual to feel like there's this hole in your heart, like there's this gaping hole in your heart where that thing once resided. That thing that you gave up on, that may have been how you relaxed. That may have been how you overcame stress. That may have been what brought simcha and joy to your life. But now, it's missing. It's not there. And all you're left with is a hole that you realize may never be filled. You may never move past that hole. You might always feel like there's something missing. It doesn't mean that you're going to go and do it. You gave up on it, but you could always feel for the rest of your life, there's something that I'm missing. There's something that I just don't have anymore. And from time to time, it could be triggered. It could flare up, and you could really, really feel that a pain in your heart where that thing that you gave up once was. I think that could be your ma'od, and that could be your loving Hashem with both of your Yetzer Haras. When you tell Hashem, that hole in my heart, that piece of my heart that's missing, that piece of my heart that I broke for you, Hashem, I'm giving that to you, Hashem. I'm taking that Yetzer Hara that I have, and I'm giving that to you, Hashem. I'm taking that thing that my heart is pulled towards, and that's my ma'od, that's the thing that I care so much about. I'm giving that to you, Hashem, that please, Hashem, this is for you. Please help me accept this. Help me move forward. Help me with my struggles and my issues in life. Help me be the person that I want to be. It's an opportunity to really daven. But there's another aspect to this as well. The Nesiva Shalom, in this week's parasha, Parashat Truma, he brings down from the Toldos Yaakov Yosef that there's a mitzvah. In this week's parasha, it starts off with building the Mishkan, with building the Beis HaMikdash. And the Toldos Yaakov Yosef asks, brings down from the Alshach, he says, we know that all mitzvahs that are given are eternal. They go on forever. They have nitzchias. They continue on. How do we go and have a mitzvah of building a Beis HaMikdash if we're not alive in the generation that we're actually building the Beis HaMikdash? What's the continuation of this mitzvah of building the Beis HaMikdash? Says the Toldos Yaakov Yosef that every single person is considered a full world, right? We know Kol Mekayim Nefesh Achas B'Yisrael Ki'ilu Kiyam Olam Maleh. Every single person in Klal Yisrael, every single Yid is considered a world unto himself. And says the Toldos Yaakov Yosef that each person has to build within themselves a Beis HaMikdash. What does it mean to build within yourselves a Beis HaMikdash? It means to create within yourself a place for Hashoras HaShechina, a place where the Shechina, where HaKadosh Baruch Hu's presence is going to reside within you. Says that he brings down from the Alshech HaKadosh, he brings down from the Alshech, that this is why it says, V'shechanti b'seicham, and I will dwell within you. It doesn't say b'seichai, a lashon yachid, a singular lashon. It says b'seicham, a lashon plural, because it's talking about every single yid in Klal Yisrael. Like HaKadosh Baruch Hu wants to dwell within every single yid in Klal Yisrael. Now this is very beautiful. This sounds very nice and holy, very esoteric. We should all build a Beis HaMikdash within ourselves, a place for HaKadosh Baruch Hu Shechina to reside within ourselves. But practically speaking, how do we go and create within ourselves a Beis HaMikdash? How do we build a Beis HaMikdash within ourselves? How do we create a place for the Shechina to be sharer within ourselves? The Nesiv Shalom says that we have to look at what it took to build the actual Beis HaMikdash. That the parsha starts off by Yichuli Truma, take Truma from me, take a portion from me, me'ez kol ish asher yidvenu libai, from each person whose heart desires. Says the Nesiv Shalom that asher yidvenu libai could also mean Yidvenu is a lashon of nedava, of donating, to give your heart. What does it mean to give your heart to build a Beis HaMikdash? Says the Nesiv Shalom, every single one of us is created with certain tendencies. We're created with certain desires that our hearts pull us towards. There's certain things that we want to do. There's certain natiyas that we have. There's certain aspects to ourselves that we're not so thrilled with, but we're born with them, and that we're schlepped and we're pulled in that direction. Says the Nesiv Shalom, if we give up on that thing, if we abstain from something that our heart is drawing us towards, that our heart is pulling us after, if we pull back, if we say we're not going to do it, that's Asher Yidvenu Libai. That's us donating our heart to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. That's how we build a Beis HaMikdash within ourselves, and that's how we create a place within ourselves, a place for Hashoras HaShechina, for HaKadosh Baruch Hu's presence to reside. You know, the Kotzker Rebbe, Rabbi Nachum Mendel of Kotsk, he famously said, there's nothing more whole than a broken heart. If we take this hole in our heart and we give it to Kadosh Baruch Hu, that will make us whole. Whole with a W in front of it. We could take that hole and use it to complete us, to make ourselves whole. The Nesiv Shalom brings down from the Reishis Chachma that the Reishis Chachma, which was a Kabbalistic sefer from the 16th century in the Zohar, the Reishis Chachma says that a person has to think about and realize that, what does it say in the pasuk? It says, Me'ez kol ish ve'ish. HaKadosh Baruch Hu wants this truma from every single person. HaKadosh Baruch Hu wants to have this Hashoras HaShechina on every single person. Sometimes we think, and we don't realize, but we mistakenly think that who does HaKadosh Baruch Hu want his Shechina to be by? Who does HaKadosh Baruch Hu want to reside with? That's only with the tzaddikim and the Talmidei Chachamim, those that are learning and dying the whole day. But me, I'm a simple guy. I'm just trying to get through life. I'm trying to do the right thing. I have my struggles. I'm being pulled in all different directions. I'm not the one that HaKadosh Baruch Hu wants to reside with. That's a mistake, says the Rishon Salomon. The Rishon says that if we could realize how much HaKadosh Baruch Hu wants to dwell within us, then we're going to be filled with a desire to create a good dwelling place within ourselves. We're going to want to abstain, and we're going to want to do things to create a nice place within ourselves for HaKadosh Baruch's Shechina to dwell within us. It's a tremendous chizuk that we all have to think about, and we all have to take in mind, that every single one of us, no matter who we are, no matter where we're holding, that even us, even me, HaKadosh Baruch Hu wants that His Shechina should be dwelling within me. Let's try to live a little higher, and let's try to take that pain that we experience, and let's try to turn them into growing pains, into opportunities to connect with HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Let's use these things that are lacking, these things that we give up on, to enrich our life spiritually and to really forge a connection to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Let's take the hole in our heart. As the Kotzker says, let's use that to become whole.